Today we are doing the junior and teen makeup look on Lizzie. We are recording that. Okay, great. Okay, so for juniors and teens, you might need a little bit of a base or foundation depending on the kind of skin that they have. If they have a lot of redness, if they have problem skin, a couple good drugstore primers if you want foundation to last longer, you have really oily skin, especially if you sweat. This is Maybelline Baby Skin. And the NYX Shine Killer is a good one if the skin is super oily too. You don't need this at all, just some people, their makeup slides right off, so that would be good. If you need a base or foundation, one that's pretty light is this Physicians Formula BB Cream. So it's kind of a moisturizer foundation mix. It's kind of sheer, but it has a little bit of color. Any type of lightweight foundation is fine. Or if you prefer to wear something more high coverage, that's okay too. Then, if you have dark under eye circles or any type of hyperpigmentation under there, you can put a concealer underneath. You might not need this, but the goal is always to make the eyes look brighter and wider. So if they're kind of dark under there, we want to cover that up a little bit. This concealer I'm using is just a Maybelline Age Rewind. It's in a dark circle eraser. And I'm just going to, since I put concealer under there, I'm just going to set it with a powder really quick. So for makeup today, I will be using this set of brushes, and you can use any kind of brushes that you have or that you want to go get from the store. Some drugstore kinds, e.l.f. makes decent brushes, Real Techniques are good. The Sonia Kashuk brush line at Target is good. This is a set I found on Amazon. I ordered several different kinds, trying to find one that was inexpensive and effective and gave us all the brushes that we needed, so that if any of you don't want to actually go get a bigger brush kit, then you can just use this one. And I'll provide the link to where I got this. These are double-ended, and so you get every brush that we would need and you don't have to carry as many, so that I thought this set was decent. I'm going to start with this red one, which is like the second largest, and use that with the bronzer color in the face palette. And what we're going to do is actually, I like to take some and just dust a little extra off of my wrist first because it's kind of heavy, or over-pigmented sometimes. But what we're going to do is start with a contour, because what the stage lights do is kind of flatten out the face and wash out all the shape. So we're going to put shape and structure back into the face with the contour powder. So look at that one, Lizzie. I'm going right under where her cheekbone would be, a little bit above the hollow, so that we kind of make a new cheekbone line. So that when she's in the bright lights, then she still has shape. And it will be kind of stripy and heavy looking. Stage makeup is heavy. So I'm running that, kind of staying away from the nose, but right under the apple of the cheek or the center of the eyeball, and going back towards kind of the middle of her ear based on the shape of her cheekbone. And then on the other side, I do the same thing, right under where the bone is, make a distinct cheekbone. So I'm going to do a little more contour on the forehead. You don't have to do this, but it does bring the shape in a little bit. If you have kind of a wider or higher forehead, then you might want to do this. And just going up around and then into the hairline. When you get done with these hair, all these little baby hairs would be down. And on the other side. And then I'm also going to take this color under the jawline, which kind of looks weird in person because it's such a stark line, but it's good on stage. It's literally on the bone. And then I'm going to take the blush color in this palette and use the largest brush in this set, which happens to be yellow. Get some color in there. Again, to take a little bit of the excess off. Looks like these are big burgers. And I'm going to go on the apples of the cheeks. Because as they dance, they get red, I want to keep that away from the nose, so not quite as much. Right here's the apple, and we kind of learned a long time ago. I kind of learned to like make a big old ball right there, like Santa Claus, but I'm not going to do that. I'll look that way a little bit. And I'm going to actually run it above that brown color, right on the cheekbone this time, staying away from the nose. And this is going up to maybe right under the temple, depending on the face shape, but this is kind of going to the top of her ear. So you can see that we have the pink at the top, then the middle of the eye over, and then the bronzer color underneath. And that's all you need with this one. We're going to do lips next, and this is a liquid lipstick, which is nice because it spreads kind of easier than a traditional lipstick, and this particular one is a really pointed applicator, so you can draw a nice line and get the corners. Alright, so that is lips done. We're going to do Lizzie's eyebrows next. And eyebrows are something often overlooked. It doesn't seem like it's super important to do, but it really frames out the face. So the example I gave on the day that we did the live demo is like hanging. It's like hanging a picture on the wall, like hanging a poster, and then hanging a frame picture. So if you fill in the eyebrows a little bit, it kind of frames the eyes more. If you have very thick or dark eyebrows, you probably don't need to do this at all. But if you have lighter eyebrows that are kind of thin, mine are lighter and thinner than Lizzie's. Lizzie's are slightly light, then you can fill them in. I have a pencil here from Wet n Wild. It's a plenty fine eyebrow pencil. It has a little spoolie on the end. Not very expensive, it's $1 or $2 that you can use, but it's not in the kit. Everybody has different eyebrows. So I wanted to make sure that between the face palette and the eyeshadow palette that there were some different matte browns that you could use for this. This one's kind of the darkest one in the face palette, and then these two top shades are also matte browns that are decent for eyebrows. And so I'm going to use that with the yellow brush. In the kit, it's like an angled, very skinny brush. And I'm just drawing in like pencil strokes, like little hair strokes to fill in. And so you can see clearly on the camera that her right eyebrow has been done and her left one hasn't, and it kind of really draws attention to the eye. But we're going to move on to eyes next, and I'm going to start by using the eyeshadow pencil. If you accidentally hit me in the face, that'd be so funny. Alright, so we're going to start the eyes with the rainbow motion from the inner corner. This really light pencil color right up under the eyebrow. And all the way out slightly past the eye, so like a diagonal line from the end of our eye there. And then I'm going to use the lightest shimmery color from the eyeshadow palette, so this bottom one here, with this brush is purple on both ends, but the flat end of it. And just go right over the top of that. So the pencil will give it something to stick to, so it lasts a little bit longer and intensify the color. I'm just going to put the shadow on top. Alright, so I'm just going to do this part. We're going to do the pencil now to the way along the eye. And I do it in sections so that it doesn't dry down before I just switch it. I'm going to use the blue brush. Actually, they have numbers on it. It's called E16. And take this shimmery taupe color in the bottom corner. And go inside of the eye. Just kind of filling this up. And then we go back to the pencil and do the third part of the eye, the outside edge. And past the eyelashes. And then I'm just going to use the opposite end of the same brush to go into the dark brown color above that. Okay, so we have done one eye completely off camera, and you can see the difference the lashes make, and that eye on the right, just like the eyebrows. And now we're going to finish up the other eye. And then I'm going to take kind of a more domed blending brush. There's one in here, the E19, it's like blue, kind of dome shaped. And I'm going to go into this warm brown chocolatey color with no shimmer. And go in the crease where these two colors meet, the lights and the darks, and just kind of blend that together. So there's this weird line, or especially if you didn't make a straight line. So I'm just kind of drawing right in the crease of the eyelid. So I'm using the felt tip marker and the makeup kit. And oh, I saved my harder eye for camera. Excellent. I'm going to lay it down and drag the tip across the eyelashes. I'm going to draw the line all the way out past the eyelashes, underneath the eyeshadows, and then kind of taking the wing back in towards the eye. But zoomed in here so you can see, dragging across the top. If you are on a junior team, you can stop after you apply a coat of mascara. So this would be your eye look. Well, actually, you need to do these other two lighter parts. So I'm going to put the eyelashes on, but just know if you're on a junior team, you don't have to do the eyelashes. If you're on 2 levels in one of them's team, you do have to put them on. And anybody can wear them. So even if you're on junior and you'd like to wear the eyelashes, you can. So I'm going to have 2 kinds. They both happen to be by Ardell, but there's lots of brands that make eyelashes, and even if you order them online on Amazon or eBay, you can get like 25 for $1. So if you take care of them, they're reusable, but if you get super cheap ones, you can just trash them every time. They do make self-adhesive ones. It has a little rubber strip so it sticks and you don't need the glue. For some people, those stick really well. For some people, they kind of peel off after a couple hours, so if you have a long dance day, maybe not those, but you can give them a try. I'm going to be using some Ardell lashes, the 120s. They're called Demi Wispies. They're the most popular kind. They do make heavier and thicker lashes out there, and you can definitely use one of those, but these are somewhat natural. And I'll be applying with a Duo lash glue. So I'm just squeezing a bead along the whole lash band. This Duo glue happens to be the dark tone one, so it dries black. So that kind of blends in with your liner if you have a little bit of a glue mess. And then you do have to wait a little bit for it to kind of get tacky. Otherwise, if it's too wet, it will just slide all over. So the shorter lashes go on the inside. Them close to the lash line, but not on the eyelashes. Don't glue to your actual lashes. And just kind of angle up. Slip them there. Just holding the inner corner a little bit and open. Alright, so we're going to finish up quick. Once the glue dries, you can just run, it is black, but I just like to run the eyeliner over the glue line one more time. Kind of reconnect to make sure it's all smooth. And then, I'm taking the smaller domed brush, it's orange, it says F16, and going in that dark brown color. And going under her lash line, so look up. So instead of putting an eyeliner under here to define the lower part, I'm going to do it with shadow. It's a little softer. It doesn't quite close the eyes in as much. I'm going to try to make it big and bright. More. Connecting it to the black wing on the outside and bringing it almost all the way in. And then we go back with our pencil and do the last little theater stage trick. To do the white underneath the eyeliner and on the inside to kind of lift the eye up. And because this pencil kind of has a thick end, then I just go back with a Q-tip and drag the line so it's a little bit thinner. So that is our finished makeup look. An optional step if your makeup comes off a lot, you have a lot of dances, is to take a setting spray. There's more expensive ones. This is a Wet n Wild Photo Focus one. I think it's between $5 or $8, and you can use this too. Again, you don't have to do this, but if you want to put it on once and then never worry about it, just got something on there. Then you do this, so eyes closed, get a little mist, and then let that dry. And your makeup will be set. I didn't say. You go back over your lashes with a little mascara to blend them together. And look up. And a little on the bottom. Now it's actually finished.
Alright,
I can hear you.
the video is on.
Hey guys, welcome to my vlog channel.